everybody. Welcome back to Effortless. So, this lesson is one of the biggest lessons that I could honestly share. This is like the lesson. Are you ready? Okay, here it is. Belief is 99% of the battle. Belief is everything. You have to believe that what you want is yours, that you are capable of having it, that you are worthy of having it, that it is finding its way to you right now in this very moment. Belief is the key, but also difficult, right? How do you believe in something that you don't have yet? How do you know it's yours if you're not holding it in your hand? I mean, that's been the argument of faith for forever, probably, right? So, I have a question for you. What is something that you do believe so deeply that you'd argue to the ends of the earth over for? It doesn't have to be anything big or religious or political or whatever, but just something that you're certain that you're certain that you're certain about. Maybe it's that the sun will come up tomorrow, or that grass is green, or that you have the best mom ever, or that the Chamber of Secrets was the worst Harry Potter book. Just some ideas. But what's something that you truly, deeply believe? Now, if you could take that strength, that determination, that certainty, that conviction into other parts of your life, you'd be set. If you could believe that your business is successful with that level of conviction, it would be. If you could believe that you made six figures with that level of certainty, you would. I believe that. I'd argue to the ends of the earth for that. Now, do I struggle with my like day-to-day belief and beliefs around my desires the same as you? Sure. But I know that I know that I know that I know that this is how the game works. I know it. You couldn't convince me otherwise. Now, imagine if I felt that strongly about being a billionaire. I'd be one. Not in the snap of my fingers necessarily, but probably quicker than you're imagining. My reality would catch up to my beliefs. I'm creating my reality with my beliefs. So if that was a belief, it would be my reality too. But I get it. Like I said earlier, easier said than done, right? I mean, that's a belief there too, not a fact. But we'll continue down this conversation to give you some perspective. So, if this is the first time that you're hearing this idea, you might not be aware that your current beliefs match your current reality. I didn't say your current desires or what you wish you believed, but what you actually truly believe right now aligns with exactly what you have in this moment. Your beliefs are running the show. So if you aren't sure what you believe, you're not sure what your beliefs are, and you find that concept super nebulous, simply look at what you have in your reality. Is business really hard? There's a belief somewhere in there that makes business hard for you. It's a belief that says, business is always going to be hard, or I'm not cut out for it, or I'm not worthy of having an easy business. There is some sort of belief that is playing out into the reality that business is hard. Is your love life like total shit? There's a belief somewhere in there that's making that a reality. It's a belief that says, I'm not worthy of love, or no one will love me, or I'm always attracted to the wrong type of people, or something like that, right? And that belief is playing out into your reality. And it trickles all the way down to something, as seemingly small as going on video on Instagram or whatever. If you believe that you can't do that, you're not going to do that, right? What I'm about to say, the first time that I kind of realized this, totally blew my mind. So here it is. Most of us operate from this mentality. I believe this or that. because it's true. But in reality, it's true because you believe it. See, what's true for me is not what's true for you. What's a fact in my world isn't a fact in your world. And arguably, there aren't a lot of things that are facts at all. The belief comes first. Even if you didn't sit down and intentionally form it, even if you don't like it, even if on a conscious level, you're like, why in the hell would I believe that? It came first. And the big exciting and, even if you don't understand this concept right now in this moment, you have control over what you believe. You are in the driver's seat. You are holding the paintbrush. You are in total, complete control. And while you might feel like that's scary at this very moment, it's actually incredibly liberating because with that control unfolds creating everything you desire. Whenever I teach or say like this sort of content, there's always someone who feels a little attacked around this moment in the conversation. And so, if that's you, if you feel your defense is rising, if you want to argue and tell me that you would never, I want to let you know it's okay. It's so, so, so okay. We are all doing the best we can with what we have available to us. We aren't wrong. We aren't bad. We aren't failures. We aren't stupid. We aren't any of those things because those things truly don't exist. We are simply doing the best we can with what we have. And now you have a little more information than you had like 10 minutes ago. And what matters the most is what you do with it next. You could completely ignore it. You could say, she's nuts, and roll your eyes at all this woo woo shit. That's fine. You're not hurting my feelings. I promise. This message, this idea, this way of understanding your world will still be here whenever you're ready. Or you could choose to embrace this idea, to learn more, to do the work, to figure out what your beliefs are, and to intentionally create beliefs that serve you. I'd love for you to take that option and create a reality beyond your wildest dreams. I'd love to hear how this moment was the moment you decided to change everything and take control over your life. A la my girl, Alexis Rose, I love that journey for you. So that's what I have for you today. A shift, a lesson that changed the game, that changed the world, that changed my world, that changed all the rules and woke me up to this idea that this whole thing is up to me. And that's fun and that's exciting. That's an adventure of creating and growing, not struggling and resenting. If you loved this episode, take a screen grab of you listening and share it with me on Instagram so I can connect with you. And if you learned something new, be sure to send this episode to the next person who needs to hear this message. Thank you to everyone who takes the time to get this podcast in the ears of more listeners. I appreciate you more than you could ever know.